So to make snappy gingerbread, we need gluten-free flour. I'm using Shah Mix C. I've been using that for a couple of weeks just to experiment with recipes, and I'm quite liking that one. But obviously you can use your own gluten-free flour, whichever one you're used to. You need dark brown sugar, xanthin gum and bicarbonate of soda, some ginger and cinnamon, some butter, golden syrup and an egg. I will put the recipe down in the description box. So add all your dry ingredients together and sieve them into a bowl. Until it's like breadcrumbs. Once you've rubbed your butter in, and add the sugar. Give it a mix around. I always find with dark brown sugar sometimes it holds lumps, so just give it a little rub through to make sure there's no big lumps in there. Feels fine. Then take your egg and add it into your golden syrup. Mix the two together. And then we just want to add that egg and syrup mixture into the rest of our stuff. And then mix it until it combines and comes together. I would use a fork to start with, like so. And then once it starts, then just use your hand and squash it together. Once it comes together as a ball, like so. And then you need to chill it. I'm just going to put it in a plastic bag and chill it in the freezer for about 20 minutes. So our dough is nice and chilled now. So we need to put it out onto a floured surface. We need to roll it out and then cut it and then put it in the oven. You need to preheat your oven now, 180 degrees Celsius, so that it is ready when these are cut out. Just going to separate it into 2 parts. So roll your dough out to your desired thickness. I like mine at about 1/2 centimetre. You can use any cookie cutter you like, but I want to make reindeer, so I'm using a large gingerbread man cutter, because if you do it upside down, it makes a reindeer. Cut them out and place them onto your baking tray. And then you just keep rolling out your dough, cutting it out until you've got all of your dough used and into shapes. Okay, they're all ready to go in the oven now. We have our gingerbread men, reindeers and snowflakes and Christmas trees. You want to put them in, the gingerbread men will take between 10 and 12 minutes. You want them golden brown, depending on your oven, might take a little bit longer, might take a little bit less. And the smaller ones, they will take a bit less, so they'll probably be about 8 to 10 minutes, but just judge by the colour of them. While your cookies are in the oven, you can make your royal icing, which is what I'm going to use to decorate them, that with some fondant. To make royal icing, I'll leave the recipe in the description box below. For this, we don't need a huge amount, so I'm just using half an egg white, which we just need to whisk till it is frothy. Nice and frothy, and then we're going to add the icing sugar. I've measured out 125 grams of icing sugar, but I will just add it till it's the right consistency. You want to be able to pipe with it, so you don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick either. You don't have to use royal icing, you can use normal glacier icing if you want to. So we'll just add a small amount of icing sugar at a time. Sift that through. And then just whisk it. You can add glycerin to your royal icing if you want. However, I live in Denmark and I have not seen glycerin in the shops here. They might well have it, but I haven't seen it, and I find that my royal icing survives quite well without it, so we'll just carry on that way. I do, however, add a tiny drop of lemon juice. So I've just taken the cookies out of the oven. I'll leave them to cool for minute on the tray. We'll put the rest of that in and it should be perfect. That looks a nice consistency. It's leaving little soft peaks when you pull your spoon up. So it's a nice consistency for piping. And then I have got a small amount of green fondant. This is just ready to roll out fondant. Just put a little dusting down. Corn flour, just so it doesn't stick. I'm going to use the green just to make some little holly leaves, which I have a cutter for. So we'll just cut those out. It's got a plunger cutter and I'm just going to cut out little holly leaves. I've also got a small amount of red rolled out fondant icing, and for this I want to make some noses. So I'm just going to make some little round red balls for the nose for the reindeer. I also want to make some berries for the holly, so we just want some little small red ball to go between the holly leaves, and then they'll go on. The gingerbread is now cool. I would recommend not leaving it on the baking tray any longer than a minute, because some of mine stuck because I got waylaid and they were a bit hard to get off of the tray. But I would say a minute, it'll be set. Take it off onto a cooling rack, wait till they're nice and cold, and then you can decorate them. So I've got my gingerbread ready and I've got my decorations ready. So I've got red fondant noses. I've got these little eyes I bought in the supermarket. If you can't get those though, you can just use fondant and paint a bit of black food colouring on them. And then I've got my holly and my holly berries. I have white icing left from, I decorated the snowflakes and the Christmas trees so that I can attach the eyes and the noses. And then I've decided to colour the rest of the royal icing with the Wilton brown, because antlers and ears will look better in that colour. So we're going to attach the eyes. Just going to put a little bit of royal icing on the back and then fix it to our gingerbread. And the same with the noses, bit of royal icing on the bottom and stick it into place. Okay, so I've coloured my royal icing brown, and now we just need to give the reindeer some ears and some antlers. So I'm just going to pipe some ears, and you use the gingerbread man's arms to do that. It's kind of upside down. And then some antlers. So he now has antlers and ears, and we just need to decorate with the little bit of holly. So just between the antlers, just put a little blob of royal icing. So we've got something to attach it with. And then take your little holly leaves, like so, and then put a berry in the middle. And there we have it. Gluten-free, snappy gingerbread with a festive twist. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and leave me a comment if you make them yourself. I'd like to know how they came out. And also, if you want me to make something gluten-free, lactose-free, egg-free, leave that in the comment as well, and I will see what I can do. Thanks for watching, and see you next week. Bye.